think of fruit desserts, sometimes I think of like fancy French patisserie. But what I really love is very earthy fruit desserts, like the stewed rhubarb with red berries. I'm just going to stew the rhubarb with all kinds of delicious flavors, and then add the berries and serve it with ice cream. Warm rhubarb, fresh berries, a little cold ice cream kind of melting into it. It's so good. Okay, so the first thing I need is 2 pounds of rhubarb. I'm just going to put it right into this big pot. The nice thing about this dish is you can make it way in advance. It sits in the fridge really well for days. And it's good with yogurt, it's good for breakfast, it's good on toast. It's particularly good for dessert. Okay, 2/3 of a cup of water, 1 cup of sugar. The rhubarb's really tart, so you want to make sure it's sweet enough. Half a teaspoon of salt. And then bring it to a boil. Lower the heat and simmer it for about 10 minutes, just so all the rhubarb starts to break up. So this is cooked for 10 minutes. And you can see that all the rhubarb is broken down. And I'm going to turn off the heat. And while it's still hot, I'm going to add berries. The first one is half a pint of fresh raspberries. And I'm going to add strawberries. And I'm going to show you what I do with the strawberries. I think it's really important to hull them instead of just lopping off the top. Just take a knife and go right around the stem. And then just thickly slice them, just like that. Perfect. So I have about a pint of strawberries. You just want to get the whole thing out. And if there's white on top, just cut that off. And put the strawberries right in. Okay, I'm going to add some citrus flavors. A little lemon juice, about 1/3 of a cup. And some orange juice, too. I think the citrus really brings out the flavors in the berries and the rhubarb. And the last thing is 2 tablespoons of orange liqueur. It really gives it depth of flavor. I mean, if you don't want to use alcohol in it, you don't have to, but you can just skip it. Okay, give it a stir. That's a pretty easy dessert, right? Oh, it smells so good. And the orange and the berries and rhubarb. Okay, time to plate this up. Look how great that looks. Just a little dollop of vanilla ice cream on it. And the ice cream is just going to melt into it. Well, I would say if you wanted a fresh fruit, make a dessert for your next party. This is it. Just going to put this back. I actually keep a lot of fruit